Hey guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a best of one standard event with my updated Bant Airbend deck. All the links are going to be in the description, and the top comment is going to have a link if you'd like to subscribe and help support the channel. So let's get into it. So the deck is pretty straightforward. It centers around the Airbender Ascension, and once you get 4 counters on this enchantment, you can start bouncing creatures in and out of play at the end of your turn. The way you get counters is by playing creatures, and then when this enchantment enters, you can airbend up to 1 target creature. So all the creatures in the deck have, or most of them have an added benefit, like bringing in an extra creature token. So like Sandstorm Salvager makes a 3/3 when it comes in. This gives you 2 counters on the Airbender Ascension. Toby, Beastie, Befriender comes in with a 4/4. We have Aang at the Crossroads, which comes in and then looks at the top 5 cards of your library to find a creature card with mana value 4 or less and put it into play. And then we have Ouroboroid. We have a full play set to help just kind of buff the team. There's a premium card here to sort of take over the game. We have a lot of mana dorks. We have 3 copies of Great Divide Guide, 4 copies of Badgermole Cub, and 4 copies of Llanowar Elves to help give us some acceleration. And then we also have a couple kind of like tutor targets. We have 1 Kutzil's Flanker to deal with any kind of graveyard hate. And we have 1 copy of Ademi of the Silkchutes to give us sort of like a little bit of protection against board wipes. We do have 2 copies of Nature's Rhythm to help sort of search those up. And so that kind of gives us effectively 3 copies of each. And then we have 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghosts, just to give us a little bit of removal and also a way to gain some life. There are 23 lands in the deck, and one of the 23 land is a man land, Restless Vinestalk. You could maybe run an extra one, but I just wanted to have a lot of like really fast mana that comes in untapped, so everything else is just trying to give us best access to mana. And that's the deck. So let's go ahead and jump in. Currently, I have been playing this deck on ladder. I think right now we're right around the top 200 Mythic. So it is doing really well, and the win rate is, I think it's definitely above 60%. So I would recommend it if you're looking to try to get into the top 250 or, just make Mythic. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to play also. Opening hand looks great. We have some acceleration. Couple land. So I think I'm going to lead out here. We're going to want double green. And so let's go ahead and lead out with Multiversal Passage. We could do it for blue just to potentially set up for Aang. But I think we're going to have Great Divide Guide, hopefully, and maybe we can draw something else. And I just want to make sure we have our 2 copies of green just for sure for Ouroboroid. So if they kill the Badgermole Cub or the Great Divide Guide, we're at least going to have 2 copies or 2 pieces of green mana. All right. Now I think let's go for Badgermole Cub since we're up against mono green here. We could go for Great Divide Guide as well, but I think Badgermole, if we draw like another Badgermole, is like slightly better. So let's do that. And then depending on what we draw here, if we can go for like Ouroboroid, otherwise we can try to go for just like Great Divide Guide and set up for Aang potentially. But this is really kind of a race to like whoever gets the first Ouroboroid. All right, there it is. So yeah, again, we could go for a Great Divide Guide here, but, again, we're just going to, I think, start building up with Ouroboroid. We could offer the trade here, but I think we want to keep our mana around to be able to Ouroboroid next turn as well. So yeah, this is, I don't think that they would trade their Badgermole Cub either, so we might be able to finesse a little bit of damage here. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I think maybe we can push. I guess it depends on like what their hand is, but even if they do like double block here and trade, you know, we can also just go for like Toby next turn and just start building up. And here we're just like trying to race them before they can get like a Crater Hoof going. Do they have the Ouroboroid to go with it? Guess not. Alright, so now we'll just go for Ouroboroid number 2. And I've been told that they've fixed the kind of like the stacking with the Ouroboroid, so it shouldn't matter. But I think I'm just going to play it safe and still just kind of reorder it. And again, like we could go for like Llanowar Elves plus like Toby, which is still pretty good, but just double Ouroboroid is pretty backbreaking. All right. Now we can push. So they've got access to 7 mana right now. I guess if they play land, they could have 8. Okay, so Bristly Bill, sure. All right, they can make a pretty big Tifa here, but we can force them to hopefully block quite a few of these here. I think we probably just want to go for maybe Toby. I suppose we could do like Llanowar Elves plus Great Divide Guide as well. We could go for Aang and just try to hit like a 3rd Ouroboroid. But I don't know that's really going to be necessary. I think we just want to attack with all 4 of these just to kind of force lethal as much as possible. It's like ideally they keep like Tifa around. I think we just go for Toby. This gives us like the most potential defense, I think. All right, so I'm curious now if like they have fixed the ordering, so I'm just gonna try to leave it to see. Okay, so I guess maybe it has been fixed. So they have to block with at least 4 creatures here. Probably just leaving the Tifa. And then we have 39 points of toughness for Tifa to get through next turn. So I can get to 16, 32. Or I guess a little bit more than that just because of the Airbender Ascension triggers. 38. I think that'll do it. All right. Yeah, Ouroboroid to the rescue. I haven't seen too much Reanimator on ladder. Like, it happens every once in a while, but having access to like the 1 copy of Kutzil's Flanker has also been nice. Just against like mono red, just trying to gain some life. And Ademi of the Silkchutes has definitely come up against like mono black and other kind of board wipe decks, like Azorius Control. Opening hand looks great. Okay, Reanimator. It's a nice pickup. All right, so now we can go for Badgermole into Great Divide Guide. Hopefully they don't get the Bringer in their yard this turn. Yeah, I think they got it, unfortunately. Yeah, there's the Bringer. They just got back. Oh, God. Right off the top. Oh, that's unfortunate. Provided they have untapped land, that is probably just game. Alright, so what are they bringing back? I guess like they would just be getting that, so we'll try to keep as many creatures in hand as possible. We can set up like with Airbender Ascensions. Probably the plan. I think we want to do a little bit more damage here. So let's pay the life, play the Airbender Ascension, just continue to set up. Alright, there's Bringer. Alright, so they're hitting us for 10. Oof, okay. We can go for Ouroboroid, or we can go for Toby. I don't think it really matters. I think we're probably just dead. I'm not sure if we can draw out of this, but... yeah, it's pretty difficult to beat turn 4 Cavern into Bringer. Yeah, I guess like maybe a better play actually would have been just like to hold the Airbender Ascensions to just like bounce the creatures, because then they wouldn't have the Bringer in the yard anymore. That would have been better. Yeah, so here we're just a little bit short. If it hadn't killed our... Yeah, I guess we would just need a little bit more just to get enough tokens to be able to block. We're one off here. But yeah, so I guess like in hindsight, it would have been better to try to like bounce their Bringers. Yeah, and if they have a quick draw like that, like even being able to search out Kutzil's flanker, if you don't have like an immediate answer, it's just not going to be fast enough. But I was thinking that we could maybe get those tokens into the air. But yeah, in hindsight, probably would have been better to try to bounce their creatures after the after they played the Cavern. Opening hand looks okay. We don't have any acceleration, but we do have decent mana. I think I'm going to give it a go. We could try to like set up a little bit here with flanker, but I think we just want to go for Salvager. It's like we have 4th mana, we have Ouroboroid. Could just be like mono white aggro. Here we could also like Airbender and then replay the Salvager. But I think we just want to get Ouroboroid going. So they could have like another Resolute Reinforcements here. Yeah. If they want a quad block, I'm okay with it. It's fine. Alright, now I think we want to just airbend this in and out so we can attack first. Could also get like elves going so we could get Nature's Rhythm for something. But I think this is still pretty good pressure. And it's going to build towards inevitability, which is kind of nice. Okay. Let's get another blue. So we can get Vinestalk into the mix here in a minute. I think we just want... What do we want? We could try to like set up for another Ouroboroid, but we could just do another Salvager here. Which is still fine. Be a decent amount of pressure. Or just like Elves plus Flanker is good too. I think I'm just gonna get another Salvager. Actually, let's get a Toby. Toby's fun. Can get him into the air. Now we can just bounce Toby again. And now they're all flying. Alright, so they're probably holding Aven, whatever it's called, the 2/2 that counters a spell. So I think we just pump and push. We could do Shelter by Ghost, but I don't think it's necessary. Permanent, sure, that's fine. And that should do it. All right, 2 and 1. Opening hand looks good. Got mana, 2-drop, 3-drop. Ooh, a little bit of acceleration. That feels good. I think we'll just lead out here with starting town, just so they don't really know what we're on. Probably Izzet Lessons, yeah. Could go for Badgermole, but it's pretty weak if they have like any removal, which they probably do. Could also do like end of turn Ademi. I think we just want to get maybe Airbender Ascension going. Gran is definitely a problem. Alright, so we could go for Salvager. We could also do like Badgermole into Airbender Ascension, which I kind of like. Or even Badgermole into Ademi. But I think getting Gran off the board is pretty important. Alright, so let's do this for human. And then let's do Badgermole. Can pain for one here. Just to kind of slow them down a little bit. I think it is worth doing. Just to get their Gran off the table. Alright. 4 mana. Sheltered by Ghosts on the Endurance, but that's pretty thin. I think we just want to get Salvager going, honestly. It's not as mana efficient as like double spelling, but we could also try to protect our Badgermole with the Ademi. I think we just want to get the Sandstorm Salvager going though. Surprised they're not playing the Gran, but to each their own. Okay, Ouroboroid is pretty good, but we can't play it because they went after our mana. So I think we just got a double Salvager here. This is going to be kind of a close one. Yeah, going up against double Monument is pretty brutal. Especially with Gran in play. Oof, triple Monument. So if we survive the next turn, I think we just try to... Actually, they probably just kill us on our upkeep, because they've got 3 monuments. Okay, if they don't... Yeah, we're really stuck on land here. I guess we try to shelter by ghosts and just hope it works. But it's just... Like, they have so many ways they could just take out our Golem in response. Don't really know what else to do though, because like we definitely die on their turn, if not this turn. I think we just gotta kind of Hail Mary it, hope it works. Yeah, we probably just die right here. Yeah. Just a little bit too quick on the monuments. One other card you could decide to run is like Reclamation Sage to try to like deal with Artist's Talent and Monument, and just kind of flash it in and out. Problem is it's pretty susceptible to burn because it's just a 2/1 body. So I think that that is just a tough matchup. So we have a couple options. Actually, I guess this turn we just have Badgermole Cub. No access to white mana yet. Really hoping to get access to white. Otherwise, this could be a short tournament. Still no access to white. I think we just hold. Okay, now we can choose human and cast Aang at the very least. Still don't have access to white technically for the other spells, but it's something. Trample and Vigilance. Alright, so they're throwing 22 damage at us. So we have to block. It's all trample. So I think we try to take down the Aganosaur. Or we could hope to like bounce it, but the Wardens are definitely trouble. Go something like this. Take 12. Yeah, it's probably the play. Do lose a Badgermole, but Snakeskin. Snakeskin's good. Oh wow, okay. I guess they've just got us. So we're taking 12, 13, down to 5. And that's gonna about do it. Well, there's the white mana. A little bit late. Yeah, I don't think we can climb back into this, unfortunately. Double airbend. They still have a 9/9, or are they supposed we could airbend these two? I think just a little bit too much, unfortunately. Well, 2 and 3. Didn't quite get there. I don't know. I like the deck. If we look at the stats, so overall in the best of 1 standard events, this deck has a 65% win rate, 83% on the play, and 38% on the draw, 13 wins and 7 losses. The most recent run here was 2 and 3, so 40%. But overall, it's still doing quite well. In ladder, let's see, I think we have a 64% win rate, 67% on the play, 62% on the draw, 52 wins and 29 losses, 21 versions of the deck. Yeah, most recently, I think it's just been 67% or so. But yeah, so I mean, I do like the deck, but we got destroyed. So you know, leave it up to you to, you know, if you want to try this deck out. I like it. You know, I think where are we right now? I've just been playing ladder. Yeah, currently rank 191. And it's all with this deck, so I do recommend it. But you know, if you like a different kind of deck, maybe try that one instead. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next one.